Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. So diving right into the Hudson County MLS, in the past week, there have been 96 properties that have gone under contract, meaning they have offers that have been accepted. That's down. Last week, it was 108. Average list price of these properties was $804,000, and the median list price was $687,000. Last week it was $836, and the median was $749. So also down slightly. Days in the market 40 days. Median days in the market 21 days. Last week it was 30 days in the market average, and 16 days was the median. So days in the market up slightly over the video from last week. Looking through a list of properties, some units that stood out to me. In Hoboken, you had the Hudson T building, 1500 Hudson Street, unit 1F, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1335 square feet, listed for $1,450,000. And this was on the market for 13 days, and it's now under contract. This unit was at the 1500 Hudson Street side of the T building. The T building is made up of two separate buildings. You have 1500 Washington and 1500 Hudson. So this was a first floor unit on the corner here, looking east and north towards Manhattan and Weehawken over here. And here you have a 2-bedroom under contract, offer accepted at the Hudson T building. This is the former Lipton Tea Factory, so it has 13, 14-foot ceilings on average. It's a full-service building, concierge, doorman, shuttle to and from Hoboken Path, as well as a residence lounge and an on-site fitness center. So this unit currently under contract at the Hudson Tea building, 13 days in the market, listed for $1,450,000. In downtown Jersey City, you had a studio condo at 77 Hudson Street. This is in the Exchange Place section. 77 Hudson, developed by K. Avnanian around 2006. This is a 525 square foot studio. List price was $599. It was on the market 139 days. And this unit faces west. So it looked west towards 70 Green Street, which is the tower behind 77 Hudson. So here you have a studio, non-view studio, has a small view probably if you crank your head out the window towards the Statue of Liberty. 77 Hudson, it's a 44-story high-rise located right behind the Goldman Sachs Tower in downtown Jersey City, not far from Exchange Place Path. Very high level of amenities. They have an outdoor pool, fitness center, residence lounge, 24-hour attended lobby. And this unit under contract, list price was $599 over at 77 Hudson. And all these properties I'm discussing right now will be linked down below. The buildings will be linked down below from my website, Living on the Hudson, where you could check out other units that may have sold or that are available in these various condo associations. Over in downtown Jersey City, you had 10 Regent Street, unit 314. This is Liberty Harbor, the Sutton building, located in the Liberty Harbor North section of downtown Jersey City. And here you have a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,061 square foot condo on the market for 8 days. The list price was $834,900. And in this development, you have a mixture of residential rental buildings and condominium buildings. So it's a mixed-use development located not far from Liberty State Park, as well as the hospital in downtown Jersey City Medical Center, right off of Grand Street. So here you have the Sutton building. This was like the first main condominium building that was built in this development. And here you have a 2-bedroom unit. Not far from Grove Street Path and the light rail. It's a concierge building. There's a small outdoor pool on site, fitness center, residence lounge, children's playroom. So you have a large level of amenities. Parking is rented on a monthly basis. If you want to rent parking, you don't have to rent it, but it is available on site. And this list price was just about $835,000 on the market for 8 days. Let's see here. Over in Weehawken, in West New York, 9 Avenue at Port Imperial. This is 9 on the Hudson. You had a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,194 square foot, 2-bedroom. List price was $999, on the market for 6 days. Also came with parking for 1 car. This building was developed by K. Avnanian as well, who also built 77 Hudson. This is 9 on the Hudson in West New York in the Port Imperial section. This was a western-facing non-view home, 2-bed, 2-bath, and listed just under $1 million, and it went very fast, under a week on the market. This building has a 24-hour concierge, has a residence lounge, has an outdoor pool, as well as a common area roof deck with barbecue area and rooftop terrace area, not far from the ferry in West New York. And that's under contract. The list price was $999 over at 9 on the Hudson. A couple of units that sold. Nothing in a major scale in Hoboken in large scale buildings, but here you have 1115 Grand Street. This is a former factory that was converted into condominiums back in the 80s. Here you have a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,130 square foot unit. List price was $1,149,000, and it sold over asking. They received multiple offers, 8 days in the market. The sales price was $1,255,000. So this went over $75,000 over ask. Over $100,000 over asking. And here you have an updated 2-bedroom. It looks like the kitchen was updated at some point. This was not a former factory. I was thinking of another unit on Grand Street. This was ground up new construction, developed like in the early 2000s. And this unit also had this patio area here. So a big driving force was the private outdoor space, I'm sure. It also had parking for 1 car. List price $1,149,000. It sold for $1,255,000. 8 days in the market. Over in downtown Jersey City at 10 Provost Street, 1-bed, 1-bath, 776 square feet, on the market for 28 days. The list price was $775, and it sold for $760. This is 10 Provost Street at Provost Square, developed by Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers has built a number of buildings in this area, including 10 Provost and 151 Bay Street, which is their latest development. 10 Provost built about 6 years ago, and this is a 1-bedroom on the corner, and it has sold at 10 Provost for $760,000. It's a concierge building. It has a large level of amenities. There's a sky lounge on the top floor, roof residence lounge area, as well as another lounge area on a lower floor with the fitness center, children's playroom, and outdoor pool. Over in North Bergen, you had Rock Harbor. This is one of the first townhome communities built along the Hudson River. It was developed in 1986. You had 15 Riverview Circle, Unit B. List price was $1,150,000. It sold for $1,091,000. 87 days in the market. This was a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 2,450 square foot townhome with 2-car parking. So the units here tend to be larger in square footage. A lot of owners that have been purchasing here have been updating the units since the development was built in the mid-'80s. And the association went through a large renovation the last 4 years. They redid all the roofs, the outside area, all the exteriors of the townhomes were refurbished. It used to be like a red color. Now it's a gray color. So they've done a lot of work in the community. And this unit does have a view of New York. And this duplex townhome sold for $1,091,000 last week, 87 days in the market over at Rock Harbor. And finally, Riva Point in Weehawken. Here you have a 2-bed, 2-bath duplex, 1,365 square feet. List price was $799. It sold over asking for $855. 19 days in the market. Riva Point is the pier building built on top of the Hudson River across from the UBS Financial Building in the Weehawken. The section is eluding me right now, but it's on the Weehawken waterfront area, located not right next to the ferry to New York, and the Whole Foods is right across the street. So located right here. This was a north side unit. So you had northeast views from this. In this community, you have two major sides. You have a northeast side and a south side. So your units can face either way. And of course, there's east-facing units all the way in the front on the east side of the building, but there's only a few of those. So most of the units either face this direction or they look south towards Hoboken and Lower Manhattan. And here you have a two-bedroom duplex at Riva Point, selling for $855. All the units at Riva Point come with parking for one car. And this is located in the Lincoln Harbor section of Weehawken that eluded me a few minutes ago. But the ferry to the New York City is right next to the community. The bus to New York is also right across the street, and you're very close to the light rail as well. So that sold $855 over at Riva Point. Here's a snapshot that you can download here on YouTube. I'll link down below to the PDF. Basically a snapshot of the entire market along the Hudson River waterfront, as far as inventory levels, what's currently for sale, how many units, and what it was like last week, and then the absorption rates, the pace at which each market is selling right now. You can check that out. When you're at 6 months or less, you're technically in a seller's market. 6 months or greater, you're trending into a buyer's market. So most of the areas are in seller market territory. Guttenberg has the most inventory right now with about 6 months of supply, and Hoboken has the least amount of supply right now, 44 total units at 1.2 months of supply. So I'll link this down below. No news articles that I spotted over the past week. Probably have something next week to report on, but these videos come out every Monday. If you have any further questions about the market, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe down below, or you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. And as I mentioned, all these developments that I discussed will be linked down below here on YouTube. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.